What's up, everybody? Welcome. I'm Coach Alex. This is Let's Get Bendy. It is going to be a stretching class. It's only going to take you about 20 minutes or so. I'm not really sure. I haven't timed these things out, but that's our goal. All right? We are going to work on our flexibility, our mobility, and our stability in those movements, okay? Roll the intro. Cool. Now that the intro has been played, you guys have seen my awesome artwork that I made. It's pretty sweet. Now, if you're anything like me, you're not that bendy. All right, so we're here to make ourselves bendier. But there's some important things that we need to know about being bendy. It's not just about doing static stretches. Static stretches are when we just sit here, we stretch like this. Now that doesn't mean we're not doing static stretches, but we're also going to be doing some dynamic stretches. Dynamic stretches are stretches that we do while we are moving, all right? So moving. And when we do those types of things, we're going to be building not only flexibility, but strength within that range of motion. And that's what's important here, okay? So, if you haven't seen it, I have a class called Let's Get Buff. I want you guys to go watch Let's Get Buff, do that workout with me, because these stretches are going to help exactly what we just did. So that way we can build some flexibility within that range of motion that we just killed with a killer workout, okay? So, first things first, get yourself a wide open space where we can do some stretching. You can grab a yoga mat if you want, or just do it on the ground if you're feeling it, all right? But here we go. I also got some water here. Water is important, it's good for you. Just don't drink too much at one time while you're working out. All right. We are going to start with some standing upright mobility, starting with shoulder circles. So we are rolling our shoulders in circles backwards. All right, so keep them moving. Think about lifting them up, pinching your ears, rolling them back, squeezing your back together, and rolling in circles. It looks like this. Okay, now we're going to switch directions. We're going to roll shoulders forwards. Big circles with our shoulders. All right. Next, using our full arm. Keep your arms straight. Big circles going forwards. All right. Swinging them all the way up. This is not about speed. This is about reaching our full range of motion, which means going as far as your arms can go. And let's switch directions. Let's go backwards. Swinging our arms backwards in big circles. Getting a range of motion working in our shoulders, stretching them out. All right, next little mentally challenging thing. Here we go. One arm goes forwards, one arm goes backwards, just like this. If you're struggling with it, start with both out in front and think about one arm goes up while the other arm goes down, and then keep them moving up and down. And we're gonna switch directions. One arm forwards, one arm backwards. Arms stay straight. All right, next, swing your arms across the front, switch which arm goes up on top every single time. All right, we are stretching our arms and our shoulders here, opening our chest, pulling them tight across. And now with your feet planted firmly, we are gonna twist our upper body. So we're twisting sideways and around, trying to look behind us. It is not about speed, it is about reaching around. All right, next, stand out in a wide straddle, all right? Here, you're gonna reach your arms up, so just follow along, all right? As we do these stretches, I want you guys to just try to keep pace with me. If anything really feels good and you're like, ooh, I need to stretch that a little bit longer, feel free to do so, all right? We're just trying to stay pace with me, and I'll bring you through our stretching workout. All right, here we go. Standing in a straddle, reaching our arms tall. We're gonna reach to the side, down to the floor, across, back up the opposite side. We're going again, here we go. To the side, scrape your hands across the floor, back up tall. What's important here is try to keep your ears covered by your arms, all right? We're reaching down, touching, coming back up. And one more time in this direction, here we go, down, across, back up. And we're gonna go the opposite direction now, so reaching down to the left, across the ground, back up. One more time, here we go. Down, across, back up. Here we go. Again, now when we do this one, I want you guys to think about your legs. We're reaching down, you should feel a stretch in your hamstring and maybe even in your calf muscle here, okay? So reaching down, one more time to this side. Here we go. Down, across the floor, feeling the stretch, coming back up. All right, now in the same position, take one hand, place it down on your thigh. Other arm goes up to our ear. We're gonna reach across the side here, reaching down our leg, holding it here for just a slight second. Feel the stretch all the way up your side. Keep your legs nice and straight. Return to the center. Switching arms. Left arm is down, right arm is up, reaching across. Reach, reach, reach. You should feel stretch from your arm all the way down your side. Legs are straight, reaching across. And back up. Okay, relax your shoulders, give them a little wiggle. Staying in our wide straddle, we're gonna do what we call, or what I call, Spider-Man stretches. These are some of my favorite stretches. They're really good for our hips and our legs. Ready? Staying in the straddle, don't move your feet. You're gonna bend one leg, crouching down as low as you can. If you need to widen your straddle, feel free to do so. This leg is crouched down. I'm trying to sit down on my foot. My other leg is out straight. There is no bend, okay? And I'm trying to get my foot to be flat on the ground, okay? From this position, we are gonna slide, staying low to the ground, we're gonna slide over to the other side, okay? So now we've switched. This leg is out straight, this leg is bent in. We're gonna try to do this without our hands on the ground, but if you need to, feel free to place your hands on the ground. We're gonna switch to the other side. Holding it here for just a moment. Let's flex our toes, so lift your toes up, point them towards ourselves, reach over, see if you can touch your toes. And then foot goes flat, switching sides, holding here, flex your toes on that foot, reach over, toes are up to the sky, toes go back down, switching sides, switch, switch. We're switching back and forth, staying low, leg straightens all the way, switch to the other side, holding this shape, switch, arms can stay in, switch, if you need to use the ground, feel free, switch, here we go, one more time, back to this side, hold it here, and now we're not getting up, we're gonna return to the middle, but with our legs bent, so it's sliding in here. I want you guys to think about knees going wide, butt sinking to the floor, chest is up here. This is called sumo, like a sumo wrestler. All right, hold this position here. Hold it. This should be difficult. If this isn't difficult, lower your butt to the floor. Get down. And stand up. Whew. All right. That was some good mobility there. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it felt as good as it felt for me. Okay, still on our feet. We're now gonna stand with our feet together, like so. All right, legs are staying straight. We're gonna do our pike stretch. For the pike stretch, one thing that you guys need to focus on is the shape of our back, all right? So what I mean by that is we are gonna try to have a flat, straight back. So this is an arch back, this is a round back. We're gonna try to arch as we do our pike. That's gonna be really hard. It's not gonna be easy to arch while doing a pike. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna actually end up with a flat back. The thing we wanna avoid is a round back, okay? So let's start with our feet together. Arms are reaching to the sky. You're just gonna reach forwards, trying to arch your back. So now you should be here in a nice straight shape, I hope. I hope I look straight. My arms are up, all right? I hope my back is flat. I should be able to serve dinner off of my back without spilling it everywhere. All right, from this position, keep your back as flat as possible. We're gonna reach down towards the ground, still trying to arch your back, squeezing your shoulders up, reaching with your arms. Your belly button is trying to make it to your legs here, okay? Holding this position down. Reach to the ground here, relax your shoulders. Think about squeezing in your back to keep your chest up. As your belly goes towards your legs, you can relax your arms down to the floor. Now if you can touch your toes, I want you to do that. If you can't quite touch your toes, that's all right, just place them somewhere on your shins. If you can touch your toes, try to touch the floor. And if you can touch the floor, try to touch your hands on the ground. But make sure you're focusing on a flat back. When we flatten out our back, we get the stretch here in our hamstrings. If we round our back like this, all the stretch disappears from our hamstrings, and we're not getting what the beneficial, stretchiness from this pike stretch. All right, come on up. That was a lot about just the pike stretch, but it's all important stuff. Okay, take that to the floor. Sitting down here, I want you guys to sit up tall. Your legs are out straight, toes are together, squeezing your feet together. What I want you to think about is your knees are trying to come together. So you're actively squeezing your knees together. We're gonna sit up tall, and we're just gonna reach forward like this. I'm not reaching down for my toes, I'm reaching forward. We're gonna hold this for a little while. Here we go. Reaching forward. Hold it for 5, 4, 3. Think about a straighter back, okay? Arching your back. Try to squeeze tight. Leaning forward. 2, 1, and now we're gonna pulse. So we're leaning forward, coming back. Lean forward, come back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Sit up nice and tall. Okay. Shake out your legs. Here we go. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna move into stretching out our legs a little bit and our back. All right, we're gonna move into some twisting motions and then eventually into a bridge, okay? All right, everybody, go ahead, take a seat on the ground. Let's put both legs out straight. We're gonna take one leg this time. We're gonna put it over the top, foot goes flat. We're gonna sit up tall, think about that flat back. We're gonna hug our knee in tight. For this stretch, you should feel it pulling here on your glutes. Glutes is a fancy word for your butt. We're stretching our butt, all right? Hold that in tight, okay? Now, I have my right leg over the top. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my left arm, so opposite arm, and I'm gonna put it over the top so that I'm crossing my body here. Now my chest is gonna try to open to the side, and I'm gonna try to look behind me. All right, we're twisting in our back. Hold this for just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out. We're gonna switch legs. So, left leg goes over the top, foot goes flat. Hug that knee. Hold it nice and tight, sitting up tall. We're holding it here for just a little bit. Hold that leg in tight. 3 more seconds. And now I have my left leg over. I'm gonna take my right arm, cross it across the top of the knee, okay? So it's opposite leg and hand. And then I'm gonna really reach to the side. I'm gonna try to look behind me. I'm twisting my body. Hold this position for just a little bit longer, looking behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stay seated, but you can scooch up because we're gonna lay down. Now, we're laying down flat on our back. You're gonna take your right leg and bend it in. Right leg is gonna go across our body. Shoulders try to stay flat to the ground. You're gonna try to get your right knee to touch the ground. You can use your hand to place it on top and hold it there. But our shoulder is gonna stay flat, so don't let yourself curl up. Stay down here. Reach that arm out. Hold it here, just a little bit. And now we're gonna do big arm circles backwards with that top arm. So we're rolling around in arm circles. Take some deep breaths. All right, leg returns to the top, goes down flat. Left leg comes up, reaches across. Left shoulder stays down on the ground. Stretching it out. Deep breaths here. Leg can stay bent. We're trying to touch our knee to the floor. My right hand is stepping in to help. And let's do arm circles backwards. So we're trying to keep our shoulders flat on the ground. Don't let them come up here. Stay laying down. Arm circles. One more, here we go. Nice, all right, leg comes back. Down flat. All right. Next, we're gonna flip over onto our stomach. From here, guys, I want you to go into the doggy position, all right? Curl your toes underneath, because we're gonna push up to plank. When we're in this plank position, I want your shoulders to be straight over your hands, okay? So here's the motion we're gonna do. We're gonna go from plank, we're gonna push backwards, straight legs, to downward dog. From downward dog, we're gonna come forward, bending our arms into a seal stretch. Once we're in the seal stretch, we're gonna do 3 press-ups. So we're like this, we're gonna go down, bending our elbows, press back up, that's 1, down, back up is 2, look to the ceiling, down, back up is 3, and hold, 3, 2, 1, and then rock backwards, sticking your booty up into the air, down into a cat stretch. So for the cat stretch, guys, we want our legs to be at a 90-degree angle here. Our armpits are reaching towards the floor. Our butts are up in the sky, not back on our feet like this. We're not too far forward here. We're stretching it out, okay? Hands are flat on the mat, eyes are looking towards your hands. All right, come on back up to dog position here. We're gonna go through that 2 more times, that same routine, okay? So starting here, curl your toes under, push up to downward dog, booties to the sky, heels to the floor, hold it here, 3, 2, 1, slowly come forward into a seal stretch. Hold the seal stretch for 3, 2, 1, 3 presses. So we're going down, up, stretch all the way, down, push all the way back up. There's 2, down, last one, and up and hold. Hold this position here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock that booty back to a cat stretch. Armpits to the ground. Hold it here for just 3, 2, 1. Back up. We're going through that one more time. You ready? Here we go. Dog. Push to downward dog. Legs are straight. Arms are coming up above our head now. We're holding. Pushing forward into the seal stretch. Press up. Here we go. Press down. Press up. 1. Down. Up. That's 2. Down. Up. 3. Hold. Squeeze your feet together. And push back into the cat stretch. Hold that cat stretch. Hold it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Quick little wrist roll here. Let's roll at our wrist. The next thing, now that our back is all warmed up and stretched, we're gonna practice our bridge. How many of you do bridges every day? I know I don't, but let's change that, all right? We're gonna make our bridges better. So warm up your wrists a little bit, do a little wave, reverse the direction of the wave, which is like this. Woo, yeah, there we go. That one's always tricky for me. And going back, and back the other way. All right, shake them out. I think there's a little bird over here. What are you doing, bird? Cool. All right, next, guys, we're gonna lay down flat on our back. We're gonna go into a bridge. We're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. We're gonna come down, do 3 rock and rolls, all right? And we'll do that again, and repeat. Okay. Lay down on your back, feet firmly planted, all right? Tuck in your shirt if you're worried about it flying up over your head. We're gonna reach our hands up by our ears, okay? If you can do a bridge on your own, let's do that. If you can do a back bend, you can go ahead and do your back bend. If you struggle with the bridge, try your best. Ask your mom or dad to put their hands underneath you, lift up. If it's really, really tricky for you, you can do a table, which is this one here, okay? But we're going down, hands go flat. Ready? We're gonna push up and hold for 10. Here we go. Up. Now, while we're in our bridge, we're gonna focus on our shoulders here. Try to push your head coming forwards, all right? Holding ourselves there. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping down. Hold it strong. Woo. Nicely done. Okay, rock and roll. So curling in tight, roll back, roll forwards. Again, here, stay in a little ball, roll it on our back. And back up. Okay, this time for our bridge, you guys are gonna try to bring, after we're pushing open, so we're trying to get our head to come past our shoulders, we're gonna try to bring our feet together and our knees together, okay? So, 10 more seconds in a bridge. If you can do a back bend, you can do your back bend. If you can't do a back bend, follow along with me. Here we go, hands go flat, pushing up tall. Try to have your feet together from the start. Ready, set, go. Now, shoulders coming forwards, feet come together. Try to bring your knees together. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and gentle. Bring it back down. Roll it out. Rock and roll. It's important to rock and roll afterwards. The bridge is pretty intense on our back, so we want to make sure we're not harming it. Now, I forgot to mention this. Parents, if you're joining in and you're like, no way am I doing a bridge, go back to the seal stretch, all right? Yeah, go back to the seal stretch. Do the seal stretch for 10 seconds each time that we do the bridge, all right? That back mobility is really important, and it's gonna help you guys, all right? Especially if you're at home as much as me, sitting on your bums, looking at a computer screen. You don't want that. Okay, next, one more bridge. This time, we're gonna try to get our feet together, our knees together, and then push our legs straight. Try to open up our shoulders as much as possible. Okay? You guys ready? Yeah? Here we go. Feet go down, laying down flat. 10-second bridge. Pushing our feet together, our knees together, legs are trying to come straight. All right? Try to open up our shoulders. Here we go. Hands go flat. In 3, 2, 1. Push up tall, squeezing tight. Feet together, knees together, legs straight. Push, hold. Keep it there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Come on down. You know what to do. Roll it out. Rock and roll. Let's do 5 of them, all right? There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this stretch class. As I said, it's a little bit more than just sitting and stretching. There's a little bit of dynamic to it, dynamic movement. We're trying to build not only flexibility, but strength and stability. That thing. Stability. What is stability? That means that when I do these motions, right? So when I do my bridge, I'm not just doing a bridge, but I'm also strong in a bridge, okay? I'm able to hold that position strong. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let's get bendy. I hope it was enjoyable. Remember to check out Get Buff with Coach Alex if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more of these classes in the future. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you liked about the class, tell us what you didn't like about the class. Hopefully I can change some of those things, make it better for you. All right? Have a great day. We'll see you next time.